everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be posting about my comic because I saw a video that if you don't post an original idea soon, it will get stolen. I don't want my ideas to get stolen. Okay, so you see, I have created these human, subhumans, people, basically humans. Going to explain everything about how humans got their powers. Okay, so basically, in the beginning, when Earth was still being created, when Earth was still being created, a meteor crash landed, and it infested Earth with a special material called Arc. Infested Earth with a special material called Arc. Basically, this material, it produced abundance amount of white energy, because white is basically all the colors combined. And it gave every species on that, and it gave almost every species on that planet a random ability. Its natural color is white. But once you synthesize it and mix it with iron, it grows a magenta color. This is the wheel for how. This is the wheel of the different abilities. First one we have is fire, water, earth, air, energy, like manipulation of energy/cosmic. I'll touch about what cosmic is later. And this is the unnatural abilities, like abilities that are not found, like the abilities that they are not naturally found in nature. All these abilities naturally found. These abilities are more like organic abilities, like, super strength, speed, well, all those abilities, like super strength, speed, to enhance durability, flight, shape-shifting, body manipulation, and all the body manipulation, sprouting drills from your arms, having growths on your body, having a tail. These is where all those abilities fit in. And let's touch about different species. Okay, here we have regular human, makes up 40% of the population. Subhuman, but the rest. Subhuman makes up 80%. 80% of the population. No, wait, not 80. Humans only 20%. Humans only 20%. Give me a second to think. Subhumans 70%. Subhumans 70%. And the rest of these makes up the rest of the 10%. Oh shoot, forgot the Nexi. Hold on. I'm back. So the rest of these make up the rest. Make up the rest of it. Why I wrote mass here? Because you'll find out later. Okay. Subhumans, people with powers, and these Ikes. This is a clan called the Ikes. I'll talk about the clans later. The Ikes, they have the ability to create like constructs. They have the ability to create constructs. Like they can form like an exosuit. They can form like an biological exosuit around themselves. They can make it any size, any shape. They can make it look like anything. They can even make it have weapons as well. They also have a second form as well. That's all four of these. They have a second form. The second form, they have more armor around their bodies, making themselves more durable. They have 3 tentacles on their back, and they have deer horns and gray skin. The same with the mic, the mics. The mics, they have, unlike the Ikes, the mics, they came first. They were created first. The Ikes were the last. The Nexi were the second. The mics, they have the ability to manipulate mass. They can, well, not physical mass, like virtual mass. If you've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, you know what I'm talking about. Like virtual mass. They can apply mass onto themselves. Doesn't apply mass onto themselves, making them stronger. Doesn't affect their speed though. And if you see the ruckus that is happening outside, I am not the cause of it. Okay. Primal human. And the mics, they also have a second form. They grow taller, become more stronger, more durable, more faster, and also get gray skin. The primal humans, they are basically like animals. They turn into animals, humanoid animals. They have 3 forms. If you've seen One Piece, you know what I'm talking about. The first form, they have like animal features. Second form, like half animal. Third form, they turn to full animal, but it's not really full animal. They're not walking on all fours or twos. They're just walking on twos, walking on twos with hands, and basically just animal humans. Yes, there are subspecies of humans, and most of them have some form of ability, but not really. Some humans can be born primal human or one of these clans. The final one is the second one created, the Nexi. The Nexi, they're pretty cool. They're kind of cool. For one, they have enhanced strength, speed, and durability, but they are not enhanced strength, speed, but they're not that durable. They can cover them. Their bodies secrete a metallic-like substance out of their pores. It forms into armor, making them more durable. They also have manipulation of fire, ice, lightning, etc. Fire, ice, and lightning. They can also manipulate dark matter. They can turn invisible. They have the ability of flight, and they can expand their muscles, making themselves stronger. And they get horns, a little bigger, and they get horns. They become bigger and faster. But the next week they can grow in size. They can grow 80 times their size. They can grow 80 times their size, and they have separate. They have three different forms. The first form is for if you see in Pokemon. Yeah, like I said again, you know what I'm talking about. You know that Pokemon that has like a speed, defense, and attack form. The same with the Nexi. Attack is for fire. Defense is ice. Speed, lightning. Okay, let's talk about mana users. In this comic, there's gonna be ones that can people that can use mana. So we have dragons, the Queen dragons, like long ago, the dragons they created the Ikes, the Minks, and the Nexi. They created the Mikes first, Nexi second, and the Ikes third. Dragons, they are centuries old. They're centuries old. They naturally attune to magic. Wizards, witches, in fairy tales. There's also elves, goblins, so other creatures, elves, goblins, ghouls, vampires, werewolves. I didn't put them here because I didn't have enough space. Elves also naturally attune to magic. Angels. Okay, in this series, I made two types of beings that are divine: angels and another beings, celestials. The celestials they represent a concept. And they're vastly stronger. They're vastly stronger than the angels. And the demons, they naturally attune to magic, obviously. Others, there's deities. There's deities. Yeah, there's separate deities, not just the celestials. Okay, these are the new species that came up. The aliens, we have the Telesapiens and Cybermen. Telesapiens and the Cybermen. Yeah, I know it sounds like the Cybermen from Dragon Ball. Okay. The first one, Seminins. Seminins, they're just the Seminins. They are creatures that with natural armor. All species of Seminins, they have natural armor. All forms of Seminins, they have natural armor. Halfnins, they have an element. They can manipulate an element. But these ones, they're unknown. We don't know. They don't know how they got on the planet. They're basically, they don't know. Nega non-ticks. What do you want?
So you've been here the entire time?
Yes, I have.
Monkey.
Back to what I was saying. Neganontons. Neganontons, they don't know how. Demons don't know how they even got on the planet. But unlike the rest of them, Neganontons, they actually have special abilities of their own. Yeah, I touched up on all and the storyline of how they got their abilities and what got their abilities and the different species and what you need to know. I'll show you that page soon. The book itself is called Hero Trinity. The book itself is going to be called Hero Trinity. Remember that name? Hero Trinity. So many things I couldn't spell them, so forgive me for the spelling mistakes. So, my name is Kenma, signing out.